So thank you for being on today. We want to tell you what's going to happen and how it's going to flow. So the idea behind this is it's more so for educational purposes, not just an audition. The reason why we're doing this is because it's going to be a different way of booking appointments than what you're accustomed to or what you have potentially learned in the past. So we're going to focus on the ALM, the appointment, location, and motivation. John's going to be Zillow with the direct connect call with the consumer, which will be me. And you're going to run us right through that presentation and book us for the showing. So, Rosa, are you ready?
I'm nervous.
That's okay, Rosa, but you stay ready, right? You ready?
Ready.
All right, judges, are you ready?
Ready.
All right, so in 3, 2, 1, action, John.
All right, Rosa, this is your phone ringing. Ring, ring.
Hi.
Hi, this is John from Zillow. I have Elias on the line. He'd like to see 123 Main Street in Oakland. Can I connect you?
Yeah, awesome. Please connect me.
Okay, here we go. Ding.
Hi, hello.
Hi, Elias. This is Rosa. I'm a realtor here with eXp Realty. How you doing today?
I'm well. How are you, Rosa?
Fine, thank you. What can I do for you today?
I called in to see 123 Main Street.
Oh yeah, that's an awesome property. What did you like about it?
We love Maxwell Park, and we love that Craftsman. And my family lives in Maxwell Park, and we wanted to see this property. Is it available to see?
Yeah, let me check. There's availability this week. What's the best day and time for you?
So we'd like to see it tomorrow between 12 and 4.
Okay, tomorrow, Saturday at 1 p.m. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me go ahead and book this appointment for you.
Okay.
I'm getting stuck, sorry. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and book this appointment for you.
Okay.
Have you gone out and seen other homes?
No, we're just starting the process.
Okay, great. Yeah, that's really good. I'll be happy to show you more homes. I'm gonna follow up with a text for you. If you have any other homes that you want to see after this one, I'd be happy to schedule another appointment. You can shoot me a text, and like I said, I'll follow up with an email and a text and give you all my information so we can stay in touch. Do you have any other questions for me?
Yeah, so Rosa, that house is listed at 900,000. Do you think that it's going to sell for over that price?
So right now, with the market being so hot, my short answer would be yes, but it all depends on how many offers they have in hand. So before we submit an offer, I always make sure to ask the listing agent, like, how many offers do they have in hand? How many disclosures have gone out? And that gives me a better perspective of where the price will be at, if it's going to be above or below. Does that answer your question?
It does. And do I have to bring a pre-approval letter for this property?
You don't have to. They're not requiring it. It is always best to just be ready with your pre-approval so that you don't miss out on opportunities, but you don't have to.
Okay.
Do you have any other questions, Elias?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, if you feel that I've exceeded your expectations during this conversation, please feel free to follow up with that survey that you'll be getting from Zillow. And if you think I did a great job, please go ahead and give me a 5-star review.
Okay.
So if there's no further questions, Elias, I'm going to shoot you a text right after this, and then I'll see you tomorrow at 1 p.m.
Okay. All right.
Sounds
Perfect.
good? All right. Have a great day.
All right. Good. All right.
Bye.
All right, Rosa. Hey, I know you're nervous, and in these environments, it's easy to get have your nerves get the best of you. You broke character for a second, but that's okay. So I liked your enthusiasm from Zillow. I think that when that handoff happened, you were one of the most enthusiastic, like, cool. Like, I felt if I was the Zillow guy, I'd be like, oh, dang, she's cool. Let me give that to her. She's ready to go. It was a really, really strong, like, excitement. I like that. What can I do for you? So they're already calling and asking to see that property 123 Main Street. You already know what you could do for them. So I would eliminate that question. Okay. Hi, Tom. I'm Rosa. You did your intro. I understand that you wanted to see 123 Main Street. Are you available tomorrow? What times work best for you? And go right into that. So you said that it was available Saturday at 1 p.m. But my question to you would be, how do you know that yet? Right? We don't know that. So if you say that it's available, then we don't know, and then we might have to call back. Am I frozen?
No, I'm listening.
So we might have to call back and tell them, oh, actually, that's not available. It's actually, there's no availability all weekend, right? So we don't want to put ourselves in that position to have to work backwards. So the idea and the verbiage that needs to be in your vernacular is, let me check on seller availability.
Okay.
Instead of let me check with the agent, let me check seller availability. Show more homes. I thought that was good. Follow up with text. When I asked you about the market, I think you said, if I was to answer, I forgot the exact words that you used, but I didn't hear the word research. Somewhere in there, be like, that's a really great question. Sounds like you have a really good understanding of what's happening in the market. It's a little early to tell. Let me do some digging. Let me do some research. And tomorrow at the tour, I'll be able to answer some further questions for you. The pre-approval, I thought that was good. You didn't just turn it away. And then you asked, is there anything else I could do for you? Try not to close it on that question if you have any more questions for me. So overall, good stuff, Rosa. Let's go to Judge John.
Yeah, good stuff. I mean, we could tell you're nervous, so we know that in a more natural setting, it would be a little easier to be smoother. But kind of biggest takeaway that I have as far as feedback is to kind of try to just take control of the call, and you can be really assumptive in just approach the call as if they're calling you to schedule because they want to schedule an appointment. And so everything, your actions on the call should kind of be based on that assumption. Like the first thing you asked was, was what can I do for you? It was you asked like 5 or 6 different questions, like general questions during that time, whereas kind of you can really just get to the appointment right away. Like it's your introduction sounded good, and from there it can be like, I understand you want to see 123 Main Street. When's a good time for you? You don't need to ask them, what you can do for what you can do for them, because you know what you can do. You know the purpose of why they called. You asked if they had any questions a couple of times. You asked, does that answer your question? So there was like with all the questions that you ask, and I get that you want to be like thorough, but you want to, establish yourself as, an expert that they can trust this process with. And when you're asking a lot of those questions, sometimes it can kind of undermine that. So really just come from a place where you're assuming that they need your help, and you're going to kind of take control and show them what to do, or show them what we need.
Yeah, like
And
guide
then
them more.
yeah, you're guiding them. And then same feedback on how you answered the market question. Like just like Elias said, talk about research, and you don't really have to answer that question. Work on your survey, your script for bringing up the survey. And it did seem to me like when you were confirming the appointment that like you kind of role played that you were like looking up in the computer, and you're like, oh yeah, they have 1 o'clock tomorrow. So it seems like to me that you were actually in real life, you wouldn't have said they have 1 o'clock tomorrow without actually checking it, because it did look like you were like pretending to check
I
it.
was just assuming like Calendly was right here in my, it was one
and
of
there
those
might
MLS.
that might be the case sometimes, where you can look it up, and you could tell them like, hey, while I look this up, why don't you tell me where you're at in the home buying process, because then that'll uncover some motivation without asking like a specific question. That's a good question, because it's really open-ended, and we'll kind of move the conversation along. But yeah, overall, just practice, just practice, with these things in mind, and you'll definitely get it. But it's a great start.
Totally. And I want to hear this. And if this happens, if you're on you're in the lead pond one day, like, oh, is that available? Hold on really quick. Let me check. Actually, you know what? Actually, it is available for tomorrow, right? It's like, this is old school sales 101. Like, give me some key taps, right? Like, oh, actually, I know that time's not available. Is there an alternate time that would work for you? So good stuff. Let's pass it over to Judge Kenny.
I think all the words said was right, but it felt like it lacked authority, because you're asking a lot of questions. It sounded like almost you were like someone's assistant, because that you weren't very experienced. And then I know naturally you're just a really helpful more sweet person, but for this, you have to take kind of charge of the situation. Sound like someone who's more experienced. And then like I found myself on the call the other day when I was looking for the answer, and that like versus saying, hold up, I was like, hold up, I'm still checking. Give me a sec. Thanks for waiting. Like while I'm searching for it, I forgot, looking on MLS real fast. And then that situation you said with Calendly, a lot of agents are moving away from Calendly. Calendly is easy to schedule and book, but if something and more agents are moving towards showing time, to the best of my knowledge, being on a phone or app, I can't really access showing time that easily. There's no syndication between the real desktop portal. You press the button. It takes many minutes to get there. So I wouldn't even have that. We didn't bring it up earlier, but on this specific call, but you usually want to say, let me check with the seller availability and get back to you. So like I think you didn't close on the right places. You closed on the wrong, on leaving it open, which kind of leads them, well, you're putting doubt in their mind. Well, is this finished? Like, oh, do we have any questions? Honey, do we have any questions? I was like, I don't know. What do you think? And like, and it doesn't like have a finish to it. So later on, if you do ask for a survey in a certain way, I was like, I don't know if she did a great job because I don't know, like, did she answer our questions? I don't know. Did she answer our questions? And you're the one that asked them, do you have any questions? So make it short, street, direct to the point. And earlier we didn't talk about this, like stand up when you talk, because there's more enthusiasm. So although you have a very helpful voice, there's some places you just have to like, okay, I got you. Or, repeat and reaffirm. Oh yeah, let me work on this for you. Tuesday, hold on, let me check Tuesday works for you. Like always just like emotion. So I felt like again, a lot of the script was there, but it didn't flow the way it was. And there's a lot of random stuff in there that was not necessary. That didn't leave quite a 5-star experience. But just with some tweaking, definitely could be there.
Yep.
Thank you.
For sure.
Yeah, just really feel like you're